Welcome to Happy Japa. And I just will comment briefly on the reason for the effectiveness of chanting. It's a scientific process in as much as spiritual practice is a science. It's not empirical science because we depend on descending knowledge and grace, and therefore position ourselves in such a way as to receive that knowledge of the Lord, His form, His pastimes, and His grace. As in Raga Dvesha Vimuktaistu Vishayan Indriyaisharan Atmavasharavadeya Prasadam Arigashati. Prasadam means the grace of the Lord is achieved by those who are able to use their senses in such a way as to please the Lord. And Atashi Krishna Madi Na Bhaved Gray Mindriye Sevamukhi Jivado Swayameva Spuratyada. The Padma Purana confirms that yoga starts with the tongue. But it's not just mechanical tongue, but it's tongue engaged purposefully, intentionally for seva. So when we use our tongues to serve the Lord by chanting His names, and that is, we're conceptualizing, oh my Lord, oh energy of the Lord, please engage me in your service. Then the Padma Purana says the Lord is inclined to reveal Himself. And in the beginning of the 87th chapter of the Bhagavatam, which is entitled The Prayers of the Personified Vedas, there's a quintessential discussion that takes place between Parikshit Maharaj and Shukadeva Goswami, because Parikshit Maharaj wants to know something that a lot of other people want to know too. As the discussion, we find out, has been going on for millennia. It's a discussion that Sanandana had with sages, and also the Kumaras Narada had with Narayan Rishi. And after Parikshit Maharaj asked the question, which is, how is it that using material senses and a medium, that is all the material world through which we create sound, is it possible to transmit something spiritual? And Shukadeva therefore defers to the previous discussions that have taken place since the beginning of the universe. In essence, I'll just read a couple of points. The Vedic seers and mantras deal in esoteric terms, and I'm also pleased by such confidential descriptions. In the present context, the impersonalist on whose behalf Parikshit Maharaj asked his question cannot appreciate the direct answer, so instead Srila Shukadeva gives an indirect reply. You say that Brahman is indescribable by words, but if the Supreme Lord had not created the intelligence, mind, and senses, then sound and the other objects of perception would all be just as indescribable as your Brahman. You would have been blind and deaf since birth and would know nothing about physical forms and sounds, what to speak of the Absolute. So this is the first part of the answer, that one may say, well, how do you see God? And you say, how do you see anything? In other words, you woke up this morning and you had the power of vision, you had the power of locomotion, and everything else was available to you. You may not have considered how and why it was, but he's saying here, if you do consider that, you'll see that it's being provided to you by Paramatma. The Supreme Lord is allowing you to do that. Prabhupada elsewhere gives the example that if suddenly your hand doesn't work one morning and you say, could I please have it back? Like, maybe, maybe not. It's not up to you. And now here's the second part. Considering that even to see the material universe and analyze its elements empirically. So just as the merciful Lord has given us all facilities of perception for experiencing and describing to others the sensations of sight, sound, and so forth, in the same way, he may give someone the receptive capacity to realize Brahman. He may, if he chooses, create some extraordinary way for words to function apart from their ordinary references to material substances, qualities, categories, and actions that will enable them to express the supreme truth. He is, after all, the Almighty Lord, Prabhu, and he can easily make the indescribable describable. And there's your answer. Because the Lord's controlling the material world, and if we so desire to serve him, and we use the authorized process given to us through the sages and through the Shastra, and we do it in the right attitude, aka chanting Japa, avoiding the 10 offenses and so forth, being very humble, then he'll also reveal himself as well. He can do anything. So we're all dependent, hyphenated word, on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that's the essence of chanting Japa, is admitting one's helplessness, desiring to serve the Lord, and simply calling out, I'm helpless. Oh my Lord, please engage me in your service. And Jagannatha Swami, Nayana Patagami, Vavatume, please, if you so desire, reveal yourself to me. So we can remember that this is two things. It's a scientific process. And second of all, that it's been completely vetted. All the Shastras and all the great sages have given this process as being authorized. So we needn't speculate. You don't have to be a Muni. You can simply, if you don't want to think about the scientific process, just accept as a Stita Dir Muni that this has been given by Shukadev Goswami. He said it's okay. It's okay with him. It's okay with me. And then if we chant in that mood also, we'll be very successful. What do you think? Does it work for you? Okay, we're really fortunate. We're sitting in this little room which was created specifically for what we're doing right now, this kind of yajna. And so feel free to have complete absorption, let go of any other consideration, and just go deeply within the chanting of the holy name with the mood of surrender to the Supreme Person who's there within your heart. Om Tat Sat. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Rama Rama
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna.
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Ram,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna
Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Rama Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Ram Ram
Hare Krishna Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna.
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Om
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram.
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram.
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Hare
Rama Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama
Ram,
Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama Hare Hare Hare
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Rama Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare Rama
Ram
Rama Rama
Ram,
Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Ram,
Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
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 Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram Ram.
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram.
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Sit properly.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Ram
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram.
Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram Ram,
Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Rama Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Ram
Rama
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Ram,
Rama, Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Rama, Hare
Ram,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Ram,
Rama Rama,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Oh,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna. We'll just take a few minutes for some Japa realizations, revelations of struggle, or questions. Feel free to share. Sharing means caring. Guyamakyati prashtiti. Go ahead, Krishna Saka. I see you smiling. In Utah, or wherever you are, Wyoming. Okay, he's waving. We can read lips. He's saying the holy name is my life and soul. And we're here on Sankirtan, traveling, seeing that all beings are part and parcel of Krishna. Getting close.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj,
Hare
please
Krishna.
accept this is all Gaudiya Srila Prabhupada. Yes, we are in Wyoming. I I was reading Chaitanya Charitamrita these days, and more I read, I realize that there is nobody greater than Lord Chaitanya, and he said after defeating Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, who was greatest of all time at that time, his disciples were also greatest of all times, and when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya went there and asked him, what should I do in bhakti, which there are so many processes, he said, chant Hare Krishna. And then after some time, he also instructed, chant Hare Krishna and share it with others. So I was thinking that, we are here to chant Hare Krishna and share it with others. And when I pray to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu about that we are trying to follow your instructions, please help us, then it becomes more and more deeper. And yeah, I feel this connection to Krishna. And it is more natural also, so to feel more connected. Yeah. That is it. Nice.
Hare
Thank you.
Krishna. We see your people back there too, walking past.
Yeah, it is. We are here at Sankirtan spot.
I know, we could tell. That's where you live. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Hansapriya.
Hare Krishna. So yesterday I was watching something on my phone that I was trying to just recycle old phone, and I wanted to see if any photos that I really want to keep. And I came across the video of my mother chanting, and I realized when I was watching her that she was in the hospital and she was chanting, and I was thinking, this is something that only chanting can give us the comfort at the time of the need. And that watching her video made me realize that you have to have something that you love. And what can come through and every time and any time is, and all the time, is the holy name. And I was thinking it just doesn't come unless you build the relationship with it. So I was just thinking, it's the holy name, the Japa is so beautiful. That is, that is going to be there for us at the time of the need. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Very profound and helpful. Two more? Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Today morning, as you're quoting Ragadvesha Vimuktaistu, and as I was sitting here ready to chant, I felt weighed down by my smartphone and the keys in my pocket. And I was thinking, the attachments that we have to the phone, to car, to keys, to houses, really, as soon as I kept them aside, I felt a little relieved, free to chant now, give my full attention without being distracted. So I was just connecting to the verse that you quoted. Without attachment, we'll actually be able to attract the mercy of the Lord. So, thank you, Maharaj.
Yeah, while we were traveling, we were discussing with someone about how the soul's always attached. We're always in a state of addiction. There is no place in which we're not addicted to something. So then it's a choice of what to be addicted to. And if we're able to transfer to the internal energy, the Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Hladini Shaktir Asmat, that the Hladini Shakti gets translated into the material world as the three modes of material nature, at least all the Lord's internal energies, and then we can either be addicted to the external energy, which causes us misery, or we can transfer that by chanting Hare Krishna to be addicted to the internal energy. Then we're on the safe side. Last point. Complaints, struggles, I can't do this. Who said we should do 16 rounds? Yes.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. So lately I'm realizing like initial rounds during chanting are easier to focus on, but as we continue more and more rounds, it becomes difficult to focus. How can we overcome that?
Practice. Because the mind also responds to practice. And if we practice mindlessness and let the mind wander anywhere, it becomes used to that. It becomes addicted to distraction. That's a rajogun and tamogun. There's ways that the mind gets conditioned. And in yoga, we're supposed to amend the mind. And a mind is naturally in the mode of goodness. If we can practice focusing the mind again and again, as Krishna recommends in the 6th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, and bringing it to this point of focus on transcendental sound, then we'll get better and better at it, just like with anything else that you do. If you practice it, but the practice should be good practice. Means if I chant and I listen to the chatter of my mind and I think of something else, then the chanting becomes boring because I'm not actually listening to the chanting. So as much as we can focus our mind on the chanting and continue practicing that, then we'll get better and better at it, to the point at which the mind will feel only satisfied when it's absorbed in the thought of Krishna and of the holy name. And that can be done. So don't worry if there's a point at which your mind wanders off. That's quite natural, but also practice bringing it back and keep doing it until you feel that you're getting some traction. Also, it's a holistic process because everything we do in our life affects our mind. And therefore, it's recommended that there are lifestyle changes. The more we can adjust our lives so that we're close to transcendental sound, we go to transcendental places like the temple, we eat transcendental food, all those types of things that have a systemic or a aggregated effect on our mind. So we can look at all the different kinds of our lifestyles. What do we do? How do we wake up in the morning? What time do we go to bed? And the more and more we form our life around bringing the mind to Krishna, manmana bhavamad bhakto, being able to think of him, the better at it we'll get. And that's the perfection of yoga, to think of Krishna. And then we won't be lacking in anything. Dear Srila Prabhupada, dear Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Shri Panchatattva, Shri Radha Madan Mohan, if you so desire, please empower us to practice Bhakti Yoga. Thank you for considering our request. Om Tat Sat. Everyone agrees with this prayer in whole or in part. Please unmute and say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Krishna, Namo Japa.